Welcome to Wine Library TV. I am your host, Gary Vaynerchuk. And this, my friends, is the Thunder Show, a.k.a. the galaxy's most passionate wine program. I'm going after Kahuna, I'm not. I don't want him stealing our thunder. We have a guest. His name is Keith Snow. Actually, is that a wrestler's name?
No.
It's close, though. What was his name in the WWF? Something Snow.
I don't know.
Al Snow.
Al Snow.
I'm
probably bigger, though.
You're better looking.
Yeah, I hope so.
And this thing is unstoppable.
You like that?
I love it.
It's called the Flavor Saver.
Flavor Saver. I mean, need one for some of the wines.
Except it's going gray, though. Check it out.
It looks good, though. You're rocking it well.
Yeah, we're trying.
Keith, tell the Vayner Nation who you are, why you're here, and how you roll.
How I roll. Well, I'm Keith Snow, and about 6 years ago, I started Harvest Eating, which is a website, and it's a multimedia property where we shoot hundreds of multimedia properties.
You got nerdy up in here.
Well, you have that too, but
is that what this is?
Yeah.
I thought this was a crap show.
Anytime you've got a show and a book or whatever, you're multimedia. But we I
am multidimensional. I do like to think of myself as a warm and fluffy Swiss Army knife.
Maybe
warm and fluffy though.
A fuzzy doll, but not a
no,
knife.
fair enough.
But anyway, so I started this quite a few years ago, and I think about the same time you started. And what was interesting, I just had left a culinary career, cooked for about 20 years in Colorado, was my last major big job, and I moved the family to western North Carolina to a horse farm.
Okay.
And settled into a job in insurance. And this,
awesome.
This ties in with your book pretty damn well, because I settled into a job insurance, and I picked up the phone the first day, and the company sent me these leads. Cooked for 20 years, now I'm insurance.
This is awesome.
Pick up the
now
phone.
Wait a minute, let's jump in, because I could see some people, they like you already. We're getting a little curious. You had this passion for food, clearly, because you cooked, and you got to at some level.
Yep.
That's what you do. Did you feel like some newfound sense of responsibility and you should move to a horse farm in North Carolina and get a good old solid 9-to-5 job? And no? So what happened?
It was different. I was executive chef of a big ski resort.
So you burned out.
I burned out a little bit, and then we had a daughter. I know you just had your first, so we had our first in 2002.
Big shout out to little Misha. She's a genius, by the way, I'm just saying.
While we're on the subject, you've got to say hi to Olivia and Ava Snow. They're big fans watching.
Olivia, Ava, how are you?
It's the wine guy, Ava.
Ava, I love your dad. Love him.
Yeah, my kids, they like to watch you.
I'm good with the kids.
They'll grow out of it eventually.
Definitely.
No, so I was at this resort and working 70 hours a week, and it was kind of the culmination of about a 20-year career. I had about 250 employees, $10 million in F&B sales. Major job, big gig, and had the daughter. We lived at 9,600 feet above sea level, so it was cold like 9 months of the year.
Sure.
Sucked. She was always like wrapped up so tight you couldn't even see her. And I said, it's time for a change. And grew up around here. There's farms in the family, dairy farms and all that. I wanted to, raise the kids on a farm. Thought it would be a good experience.
But Jersey has changed. No longer farm play.
No, not Jersey. Went to just outside of Asheville, North Carolina. Found a farm. Bought it on site. My wife didn't even get to see it. I literally just...
That goes over well, usually.
Yeah, no, she still talks to me, but I flew out, bought it, and then we built a barn, and we moved into the barn about 8 months later, and Olivia was about 8 months old, and I got into the barn, and right before I left the ski resort, I was leaving the food business. I didn't think I was going to get back into the food business. I was going to maybe try something else. I had taken a life insurance exam, so I could sell life and health insurance for a company nationally. So, that's what I was going to do, and, it sounded great to my in-laws. All right, I left my big job, but I got a replacement here, so wound up in the barn, and I had a sheet of paper like this filled with hot leads that came from my, regional director, and he just said you called him up, and I picked up the phone and said...
Mrs. Thompson?
Mrs. Thompson, you called about insurance.
This is Keith, Big Time Snow. Can I talk to you?
Go to hell. And then the next guy...
What happened to so the leads weren't as hot?
They weren't as hot, and I got through about 5 or 6, and I just thought, I had this fear. My wife wasn't there, and I was just like, oh my God,
These are not hot.
I'm selling insurance. What went wrong? And it was just like, pfft. So that's when I knew. I knew right then and there. I quit that day because I sold this many policies, big goose egg, and I just basically I ripped it up, and I thought, what the hell am I going to do?
You just took the paper and you ripped it like that.
Like that, and then I just took it.
Wait a minute, I need that. I have to read the comments.
Well, you got to throw it at the camera.
I know how to do that.
So that was it. I quit the insurance business, and then I said, what the hell am I going to do with my life? And that was by then about, that was just turning 2004.
Okay.
And when I was at Copper Mountain, I got a lot of chance to do media. So, you know, the morning drive in Denver, cooking on the morning drive.
Yep.
I did local resort sports network TV, a lot of demos and media interviews, and I liked it. You know, the Food Network was pretty big back then.
Yep.
So I just said, it's time to get into it.
You like the attention.
I love the attention, man.
You just feed them.
Sort of like you.
Yeah, no, I just like Mott's attention. That's why I make him sit there. As long as Mott's in the house, I'm good.
Yeah, we
you
love
see?
Mott.
It's cozy.
Very cozy.
A cozy Swiss Army knife.
Man, a knife though? Come on, you gotta...
Swiss Army knives are not real knives. There's like a little screwdriver, there's like clippings.
How about a nail clipper?
No.
No.
Okay, so, and then you started this. Online?
Yeah. So I started this. I said, we found, and the other thing is, you know, how did I get into this? I've cooked all different cuisines. We moved to the farm, started a garden, started gardening, met a bunch of local farmers. We had goats and chickens, and we were milking dairy goats and doing the whole animal thing. Really loved it. So I started a website only after, you know, friends were saying, man, you're cooking different. You know, what's going on with all this seasonal food and local food? And this was back when it was all about low carb.
Mm-hmm.
So put up a website, and people just flocked to it. And it's harvesteating.com. Mott, link that up, baby.
Mott gets mad when other people do it.
That's all right. He's going to have to deal.
He's going to beat your ass.
That's all right.
All right.
So, yeah, put up the website, harvesteating.com, and
Yep.
just work my face off.
I love it.
For years. And, you know,
When did you start doing video?
I started doing video in April of 2006.
Nice.
And I actually brought the camera, but I forgot to bring it in. It was a $300 camera.
Yep.
So it doesn't need to be a fancy camera.
Nope.
And again, it was at that moment with the insurance. What do I love? It's really only the food thing. So I've got to do it. And I put up the first video. It was a couple minutes long, terrible quality, with my wife holding the tripod.
You put it on YouTube?
No, we put it on harvesteating.com.
Where did you host the video?
Do
you remember?
On our site. Yeah, we had little flash players.
Huge mistake.
It only lasted, I don't know, a month or two. And then we went to YouTube.
Okay, good.
So, you know, we've blown up on YouTube. We've got viewers from, I think, 139 countries coming in. And it's been a wild ride. And along the way, just, you know, I found my spot and just worked and hustled. And, you know, there were a lot of days there when, you know, it's just me in a barn shooting videos,
I love it.
Putting it up on the website, thinking, you know, I'm going to fall flat on my face. This is just not going to work.
But you loved it.
I loved it, and I just knew, you know, put my head down.
And what's going on now?
Boy, a lot's going on now. I just
the book?
released my first cookbook here. What do you think about that, Mott?
I guess I'll zoom in.
Can we zoom on that, baby?
You're winning Mott over with your kind southern Jersey charm.
Yeah.
So this is a good-looking picture of you. Now, why are there no gray hairs in this picture?
Yeah, well, we touched those up.
I see. Just wanted to make
No,
sure.
they're still there. You just can't see them.
I see.
But yeah, it's my first book. And
Is it a good book?
Yeah, it's a good book.
Should people buy it?
Yeah, people
should we link
buy
up
it.
the Amazon link?
You should link it up for sure.
I think
you can
Mott,
pre-order
if you
on Amazon. A lot of photos.
Oh, not out yet. Pre-order.
No, pre-order. Same month yours comes out.
Mine's gonna do better.
You think?
I know.
Well, we can always.
You want to make a bet?
Yeah, actually, I will.
Yeah. How much?
$100.
Whose book sells more?
Right.
Done. Yes.
Okay.
Mott, I love making $100.
What time period?
I don't care.
A year.
You have to understand, everything you just talked about
He's got tissues.
is what Crush It is about. That's for your crying eyes after you pay me the 100 bones. All right, this is a wine show.
That's right.
This is not the Keith Snow History, My Life, My Feelings show.
Oh, man.
Tell me about your wine journey. How much do you care about wine? The wines I picked here today are sustainable, you know, either biodynamic, like the first one. So really in that essence of local, real, you know, don't screw it up.
Right.
Really interesting wines. We're going really nerdy today. I think the people watching the show are going to like it. We've got a Gruner Veltliner, white Chenin, which is amazing because I've only had one in my entire life, and I love red Chenin. So that's crazy. Just such a small niche that nobody ever talks about. Chenin, small area in the Loire Valley, makes Cabernet Franc reds, makes Chenin Blanc whites. We did Vouvray yesterday, which is Chenin Blanc, and so we're keeping on the Chenin Blanc train.
Cool.
And then we have a Burgundy, a Pinot Noir.
Yeah, well, my wine, you know, history, as a chef, you're automatically supposed to love wine, and that wasn't the case for me.
Yep.
And one of the things about wine is obviously you're into it every day, and there's so much to know and love about wine, and people get feverishly about it. They collect it. They want to know everything, and that kind of scared me because when I get into something, I just kind of go crazy. All in, or not all in.
For example, you're the kind of guy that will just fly to North Carolina, look at a farm, and say, "I'll buy it."
Write a check on the spot.
You do that.
I do that.
That scares the crap out of me.
Yeah, so I've come a long way.
Do you golf?
I do golf, but not much.
Oh, how did you not get sucked into that?
Nah.
That's the one that everybody gets destroyed on.
It's the same thing, though, with golf and wine. You play a little bit, and then all of a sudden you find yourself wanting to go
you're okay.
there.
You can get away with just a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Well, that's impressive.
That's kind of what it's been with wine. I have taken a lot of your advice to try different wines.
And how's that been working out?
Working good.
Yeah?
Really good.
Finding
some of my best wines recently were, things from Portugal and just stuff that I wouldn't try. You look at them and you get in a rut and you want to drink the same old crap, and I tried some different things, and hopefully these are going to be good too. But
we need to read some comments, Mott. We had some good ones for the last couple of days. Tim C, the film guy, says, "So you want to pull out some lurkers? Okay, here I am. I'll look for the Pinot Noir tonight. Question of the day, my favorite team, Red Wings. Unfortunately, living in Orlando means almost zero hockey coverage. Tim, thank you for unlurking. It means so much to me." Marco D says, "Hey Gary, love your show. I've almost watched every episode, and I must say I'm amazed about your passion. The only sad thing is that there is no wine library here in Germany." That's a good point. Maybe we should start expanding
franchise.
Franchise. Hello, call me or text me. Keep up the good work, and maybe change the Burberry polo to a Jets jersey. I did rock it for 3 days since we taped it one day. Matt Hatter says, "Hey Gary, the show have been great, but I'd like to see more value shows, under $12 shows. Other than that, keep up the good work." That's a good point. We'll start getting focused on that. This doesn't fall into that line all the way. And Scott S says, "Gary, I have to give thumbs up where it's due. Your nose tonight was spot on like a bloodhound." I do like the Bloodhound gang.
A
You
big
remember that song?
A soft,
You remember that
fuzzy.
song? Do it like they do on the Discovery Channel? That was
Yeah.
a tremendous song.
You put your ears on.
Come on, should we link up the video from YouTube? We gotta find it. I want the Vayner Nation to watch this video. It was insane. Bloodhound Gang, do it like they do on the Discovery Channel. I don't think that's the official name of the song, but we'll find it. The varietal has a not so well-known trait. It's Band-Aid or shower curtain on the secondary nose. This was on my WSET advanced certification class. Good job. Call me nuts. An Ohio boy loves the Browns. And Chateau Blanc says, "Have to admit, I don't like team sports. Can I still watch?" Answer, no. Okay, Gruner. Nickelhoff. Heffesberg. 2008 Gruner from the Wachau. The Heffesberg is a small vineyard making some really interesting Gruner. 08 is a really exciting vintage. It's $20 US. Have you ever had a Gruner Veltliner?
No.
It's called a groovy in slang in the wine industry. I like it because it's got GV as its initials. It's a white wine that has normally a lot of acid, very prominent in Austria, and this is a biodynamic little place. So let's see what's going on here. Great color.
Yeah, I like the color.
It's pretty. Let's give it a sniffy sniff.
Because that's what we do.
Oh, very good. It's fun to have people who actually watch the show as guests, huh, Matt? What are you getting on the nose?
I'd say apple.
I would too. Quite a bit, actually.
It smells a lot like region, like Gewürztraminers and just that real Alsace style.
I agree. It's got a clearly kind of like a sugar cane. Yeah, it's got a little bit of a sugar, exactly, a sugar cane kind of thing. Do you get a little smokiness? Because I do get a little smokiness.
Not picking that up.
Just a hair on kind of like on the mid nose. But all right, let's give it a whirl. See what happens here.
Ooh, I should have spit that one out.
What do you think of it? Give it a little more. Go ahead.
It's hot. I'm finding it pretty hot. I'm gonna be real honest.
What else would you want to be here?
So don't get freaked out. But when you throw up and you've got that flavor in your mouth where you just need to brush your teeth. That's what I got on the mid palate on this. I like the nose, but in the middle, it kind of reminisced of.
You feel like you drank too much bourbon last night and you vomited in your mouth. You held it in, and then
But it went away. I'm liking it now. The sort of the end.
So you vomited for a little while, but now you're back.
Yeah, I'm all about it.
You drank a beer and you moved on. Mm-hmm. Okay. You know what's so insane? I kind of don't think you're so out there with that concept. And it's a combination. Here's what it is, guys. It's a combination of that heat. So what you're thinking is, you had like tequila or Southern Comfort and made you get that heat from the alcohol, so that heat's in your mouth. And the flavor profile is kind of mushy, kind of green peas, a little bit of apple. And so maybe subconsciously you once threw up on alcohol when you ate green peas earlier for dinner.
More than once.
Exactly. So I also agree that this wine's a little too hot for me on the palate, a little disjointed. I do like this mushy peas flavor though, and the apple goes from the nose to the palate and true, but the heat is almost undeniable, and I think that really hurts this wine quite a bit. I'd score this wine 82 points, and at 20 bones, I'd give it a major pass.
20 bones.
Yep. Whoa, did you see that? That was awesome. Did the camera catch that? It was amazing. All right, little rinse. So what do you're this big-time chef now, cult celebrity status.
Yeah.
What are you cooking these days? Like, what should the Vaniacs pay attention to?
Well, they definitely should be growing something. All the Vaniacs need at least
now,
a
what if they live in
plant.
Manhattan?
Doesn't matter, man.
Okay, cool.
Get
I'm just playing. Listen, I live in Manhattan, so I asked.
You could grow a tomato in that spit bucket.
And I should.
And you should. And you could be getting like a boatload of cherry tomatoes or
which I like.
Herbs. So grow something.
What kind of herb?
Basil.
Yeah, I love basil.
Parsley, cilantro, thyme, rosemary. You've got to have just a small spit bucket full of all those herbs, right on your balcony in Manhattan. And then, go to the market and buy some local seasonal foods and pick up my book.
And learn how to cook with them.
What
is your favorite bad food?
French fries.
You love fries?
Mm-hmm.
How often do you eat them? Don't lie. You're going to be honest.
3 times a month, maybe. I almost ordered them last night. I had a filet mignon at a local steakhouse, and they had pommes frites there, and I wanted to order them, but
what did you eat?
I had a filet mignon with creamed spinach.
Where?
Roots.
Roots.
In Summit. You
Whoa,
like Roots?
Mott, that was the biggest single reaction I've ever seen from you on Wine Library TV history.
Wow, Mott.
Mott, you just exploded with excitement. You went like this. You love Roots.
It's pricey, but you have to go there once in a while.
You clearly love it. You were just sitting there doing your thing, and then you went.
Mott was all in, man. Roots.
You like it? I need to go there. Okay.
Yeah, it was good. So they had, the steakhouse classics, creamy spinach and
corn.
Whipped potatoes, and we actually had local corn and cherry tomato saute, which was good. So it was good.
Okay,
Got a nice Pinot.
Cook. So you basically grow something.
Grow something and cook with some
you should just
local
You should sell T-shirts that just say "Grow something."
Grow something, right?
Not something. Something.
Something.
Grow something.
I like it.
Coulis du Thel, Le Chanteau, Chenin, Blanc. That's right, my friends. A white Chenin. I've seen one. Many of you have not. Don't lie. It's double deuced price, 22 bones, 100% Chenin Blanc, a varietal that we're starting to talk about a little bit here on the Thunder Show. And I'm really excited about this because for all my enthusiasm for Chenin Red, I have had 1, maybe 2 Chenin Blancs, just have had virtually no experience with it whatsoever. So I'm excited about this. You can notice the golden locks.
Yeah, it almost looks like a Sauterne a little bit.
Yes, it's got really golden color, just really bright yellow. Kind of, urine-esque in its color. I mean, we're being honest here, right?
Your staff likes it.
Yes.
They saw the bottle. Ooh, that's good.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's give it a sniffy sniff.
Okay. Honey.
Big time.
That's the
You're
first
on point today with the nose, my man. Your schnoz is coming through.
The schnoz is good for something.
Also, melon. Mm-hmm. This has a considerable amount of cantaloupe, melon flavors coming through to me.
Yeah, the honey was kind of like wafting out of the glass before I even put my nose up.
The honey did put on its backpack and just walked right towards you, hey, I'm here, honey's here.
Right.
Honey's in the house. But then the melon's there, and the more I smell this, the more I get seduced by it. It's really got almost like a perfume-esque kind of thing going on. I like saying esque.
Esque.
Yeah, no, like anything in an
honey-esque, maybe?
Yeah, they all count. There's also a little bit of a butter play. There's a little slight butteriness. This is a fun wine to sniffy sniff.
Makes my eyes water too. It probably has some good alcohol too.
Well,
What's the
alcohol is a
percentage?
part of it. Probably like 13. The percentage is... Percentage of alcohol on this wine is 13.
13.
That's some good work right there. Let's give it a whirl.
Wow.
That's some different stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually quite vegetal.
Yeah, it is.
It's green.
I
That's
like
some
it.
of them. I like it too. It's because you like vegetables.
Mm-hmm.
I do
Maybe
too.
that's it.
It's very vegetal. You know, I actually get a sugar pea component on the palate. It's also quite creamy, and do you taste it right? Like the back
Totally.
of the tongue right here, it really comes through. Like,
That's nice.
yeah,
I love the honey.
yeah. This is a nice wine.
Yeah, kind of like peas. When you get fresh peas from the garden, they taste totally different from frozen peas, kind of like starchy.
Mm-hmm. You know what's funny about this is that this wine is really good. It's a big wine.
Mm.
It almost makes you feel like you're drinking Chardonnay.
And I'm
You
not
know-
a huge white guy at all, but this is cool.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a huge white wine fan, and I can tell you from the thousands of white wines, tens of thousands of white wines that I've had, this continues to expand my palate, so I'm excited because a couple things going on here. One, it is very viscous and big for Chenin. I would not think of, I mean, I know, but it's surprising how thick and big this is. Really rivals anybody who wants to, not rivals, really enhances the ability for a Chardonnay drinker to vest out into this area, because the length and the body that you're looking for when you drink classic Chardonnay is here. But then you get this really interesting infusion of honey in the beginning, and then it goes really green. Almost basil-esque. Almost basil-like on the back end. It gets quite green. It goes from a honey kind of sugarcane thing to really intense vegetal flavors. There is some heat. Again, room temperature, you're going to always feel that a little bit more with white wine, but you don't really feel it. And it's just a big, big white wine that I think packs an excellent punch. This is a red wine drinker's white wine. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You know, because it's got the body and the complexity.
Yeah, it's not a wuss.
No, it is not a wuss.
Not a wussy wine.
Not a wussy wine. I'm going to score it 91 points, and I think that if you're nerding it up and you want to really push the envelope, and you go to some fancy wine shop or a restaurant that's kind of fancy, and you want to really throw them for a roll, you go to them and tell them you want a white Chenin. One, you're going to act cool. The sommelier will come over right away. Sir, what can I help you with? And you're like, you don't have a white Chenin made from 100% Chenin Blanc?
What kind of place is this?
That's right. It's an opportunity to be quite snobby, nerdy, fun, zing them a little bit, but most of all, you want to go out and try this flavor profile. It's quite different, and it's interesting.
Yeah, that's big wine.
And finally, Mr. Snow, Burgundy.
Burgundy.
Give it a little rinse.
Was just in Burgundy, yeah, about 2 weeks ago.
You were in Burgundy 2 weeks ago.
Maybe 3.
Is
Yeah.
that right?
I was over for the 414 event.
Okay. I don't know such a thing. Tell me.
12 chefs from the U.S. were invited to cook at this first ever festival in Dijon.
Okay, very
And
nice.
it was the sentiment was that the French don't think that us American chefs can cook.
And they're right.
No, they're not.
I'm joking. And
And we don't think they can play music. So it was a
Well, they're
cultural
definitely
festival, and we went over there and cooked, and we took a little side trip to Bonn
the bone.
on the train, and we had some great wine there. But it was,
How was
really
the
cool.
music?
Music was good. Was good.
We
I
didn't do a good enough
No,
job.
we did,
bringing
but
you-
I was busy cooking, so I didn't get too much of a chance to check out our.
And what did they think of your food?
They liked it.
They liked
Yeah,
it.
we made enough food for 2 days, and we sold all of it in 2 hours.
Fantastic.
So we were out of food in 2 hours.
People were hungry the second day.
They loved it. Yeah.
All right. Domaine de la Côte de Nuit Village Clos du Chapeau 2006. Les Arlots is really a very intriguing producer, brought in by Daniel Jonas, who's been on the show multiple times. This wine is like 32 bones, 87 points Alan Meadows, the Berghound, who's a great wine critic. If you're into Burgundy, you need to know who Alan Meadows is. D'Arlot is a producer that, you know, we've carried for a long time, maybe 10 vintages, 15 vintages now. Makes spectacular wine, very old world, traditional, brings the thunder of the true essence, has amazing farming tactics, really gives a crap about his land. I'm passionate about his wines often, and I'm excited to see what happens with this wine. This is kind of an entry-level Côte de Nuit Village wine, but let's see what happens. Sniff it up.
Very old world. I would get like some dark fruit. Dark fruit. It stinks.
There's a little stinkified. There's a little sheep butt, little like pig fart thing going on.
Like your dog rolled in deer crap or something. Yeah.
Definitely a little bit of that. A little bit of like, kind of almost like a meaty sausage kind of component.
Yeah, like bacon fat maybe.
Yeah, absolutely. There's definitely that kind of thing going on. And then there's strawberries. There's definitely like a little bit of a layer of strawberry fruit in here, but it's really quite meaty, gamey, stinky.
I think you're on it with the sausage.
Right? I think so. Food guy, right? You picking up some?
I'm definitely getting like a mouthful of sausage.
Yeah.
A noseful.
Be careful of those mouthful of sausages.
Just got a noseful.
Let's give it a whirl.
I like it.
Elegance.
Yep.
Right? I had to get it out before. I didn't want you to steal my thunder. This wine is quite elegant. Very smooth, but a little too light for my palate. Just a hair.
Yeah.
How about for you?
A little thin.
Is it a little thin for you, or?
Yeah, it's a little thin. It's kind of balanced, though. You know, it feels pretty dry for me.
It kind of reminds me of
cotton mouth, you know.
Yeah, get a little cotton mouth. You get cotton mouth often?
No.
No, me neither. But I think what's interesting here is that there is a thinness. It's a delicate kind of play. I wouldn't say it's a negative. There's a lot of people who are going to be enticed by the delicate aspect of this wine. I think it would pair amazingly with pig ears.
Yeah,
or pig feet. I like. Do you like pig? Do you cook pig?
No.
Why?
No, I don't know. Well, I cook a lot of pig, but I don't like pickled pig's feet or pig ears. I had that in France a couple of years ago,
and
I had to eat it because the hosts where we went, they were so proud of their pickled pig's feet, and that rough.
It's weird. I can eat anything and enjoy it.
So you like this?
No, I wouldn't say I like it. I'm adequately satisfied with it, but I wouldn't pay 32 bones for it.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's an 88, 87 plus point wine. I think that it's not bad. If it was like one of the only things that's on a list of a bunch of like garbage, I would order it. But I wouldn't say I'd go out, or definitely I would not tell the Vayner Nation that they need to go out and get this. How about you?
I'd have to say the same thing. To me, it's tasting a little artificial.
You
kind
think?
of like, yeah, to me
That's
it's got
weird.
kind of
I
like
don't get that at all.
Like an artificial sort of like rose water flavor. Like if you ever had like rose water ice cream where it's just kind of fake. It tastes a little fakey to me.
That's weird. I mean, I would never go that route with this wine. I totally disagree with you on every level we can disagree on that.
And every fiber of your being.
My being. But I respect it because it's your palate.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Snow. I appreciate you being here.
Thanks for having me, man.
I think you know the drill here. Why don't you ask the Vaniacs a question of the day?
I've got a good question. Going back to the theme of his Crush It book, we're going to plug your book here.
You shouldn't do that because I'm already going to whip your ass.
Well, I can spare $100, I'm sure.
I'm taking
got a whole
it.
year
Just
to
so
save up
taking
anyway.
It.
I know.
I'm taking it.
Here's the question. For you people out there, who is going to be the first Crush It millionaire? Take the book, read the book, and start busting your hump. And which one? You've got to have a contest for the.
Well, it's going to be SS Chris.
Well, it's got to be somebody. What are you going to do for them? If they say, I bought your book, followed it, and...
I'm going to send them a bill for like 15%.
They already bought the book. You can't send them a bill.
I mean, if they make $1 million, I'm going to send them...
Don't send them a bottle of this.
No, I won't do that. I'm going to send them to your new restaurant in Manhattan that became the biggest restaurant in the world.
Cool. I like that.
You! With a little bit of me and really good chaps like this, we are changing the wine world.